If you're an infrastructure leader reevaluating VMware, you're not alone. A lot of organizations are asking the same question. How long can we afford to stay locked into this platform? The Broadcom acquisition has only added to the pressure. Licensing uncertainty, rising costs, and a feeling that VMware is no longer a trustworthy long-term partner has many teams looking for a way out. And it's not just about pricing. VMware environments tend to create large, monolithic IT stacks, and many teams default to VMware, which has stifled internal innovation and made it harder to adopt better data center management practices. Virtualization platform and developer teams end up siloed, each with their own tooling and process. That makes collaboration difficult and slows down progress. Then your infrastructure becomes the bottleneck. Now, compare that to OpenShift. OpenShift offers a different model. Because it's built on Kubernetes, the architecture is fundamentally modern. It's focused on containers and self-governing systems that keep themselves aligned to a desired state. Teams working with OpenShift benefit from a unified platform across dev, ops, and platform engineering teams. You may think that Kubernetes is only for containers, but that's not strictly true. It's really a resource management platform, so it's possible to adapt the APIs for VMs. The larger hurdle here is learning an operational platform that is based on API and YAML configuration instead of VMware's UI-focused approach. If you're worried about a lot of APIs and YAML, OpenShift adds enterprise-grade support and interfaces. Red Hat curates a version of Kubernetes with vetted components, making it easier to build an integrated stack. Enterprises can lean into that curation while also benefiting from a growing ecosystem of third-party vendors building on top of OpenShift. That makes OpenShift more than just a container platform. It's becoming a common IT foundation for containers and VMs that breaks out of legacy silos and begins to unify your infrastructure processes. But what about performance? VMware's ESXi is a finely tuned hypervisor. So if you're pushing peak bare metal virtualization, at these extremes, it still performs better than KVM, the OpenShift hypervisor. But they can match ESXi if the system is tuned properly. In practice, many teams struggle more with firmware mismatches, networking misconfigurations, or resource oversubscription than with raw hypervisor limits. That's where automation matters most. With tools like Digital Rebar, we help enterprises tune and maintain their infrastructure regardless of which hypervisor they choose. You can align the stack with your hardware and make real-time adjustments at scale. This kind of flexible control is impossible with a vendor-locked environment. Overall, OpenShift Virtualization gives enterprises operational choice. It doesn't have to beat VMware in every metric since it gives you a way to rethink your architecture. You get a single platform that supports both VMs and containers, reduces vendor lock-in, and creates room for innovation without sacrificing support or stability. If you're ready to take a closer look, we have built real-world automation to help teams run OpenShift on bare metal with confidence. Contact us today at rackn.com and schedule a demo.